Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back for some more Dominion 6. Last time we took a look at EA Sla, a modded nation. We took a very brief look at them. We had two kind of disastrous games where I tried to bum rush things with my Pretender and Golgoth Hydras. Neither one went well at all, so we moved on. Let's move on. Roll a number. 163. That is Heijou, the Court of Sorcery. That sounds new. That's from Gathering Sturm. That sounds new. I've seen it in this list before, but I don't believe we've played Heijou. We have definitely not. With shrimp soldiers and shark warriors from, what was that, EA Earlier or something? Okay. Well, we will play on, let's do another one on the Lost Capital. I like that one. This is Mangg's LP's 97. So this is 4 players. Heijou. When the entrance to the Netherworld closed, the Oni became fewer and fewer and their servants rebelled. Heijou is a feudal nation of humans that has only recently freed itself from the yoke of the last Oni. His chaotic rule has been replaced by officials and a central government. Magic has become strictly regulated by the ministries of the imperial capital. Yet the land is far from peaceful as rival temple factions and noble houses compete for influence in the provinces, and court sorcerers still meddle with forces from the Ikai. From Ikai, the world of spirits, in search of immortality. The influences of their careless studies can already be felt as strange half-men lurk in desolate and forgotten places, and spirits emerge from the mists during nighttime. Below the waves, the human sons and daughters of the Dragon King set out to conquer their own realms. So we have humans and yokai, human infantry with bows or two-handed weapons, and stealthy yokai. Strong water and nature, some astral, death, air, weak fire. Weak priests, immobile spirits create mist. Dominion creates unrest. We get magic limit +1 and primitive forts. There's a lot going on here. Concho is our spy, nice. Good. Miraji, pillaging, mounted, mobile archer, 100 leadership with an ancestor sword and ancestor bow. Magic, lesser fear damage, 17 per day, 18 defense, dang. Onmyosho. 1 astral, and then either air, water, astral, or death at 50% chance. Fortune teller 10 though is pretty nice. They're sacred, but they're not priests. Interesting. Well, I mean, you can certainly get some big astral communions, but then combining it all together is a little haphazard. Fortune teller's nice, though. Jugon Shi. 1 water, 1 nature. The Moss Body Dream. And then another air, water, or nature. Alright, that's probably going to be our main mage, then, that we recruit for a while. Abbot. Can also be recruited in all highlands and mountains. 80 leadership, 1 priest. Tax collector, inspirational +1. I like the sprite. It's a very good sprite. Jugon Hakase. Terrain restrictions. 1 water, 1 nature. And then +2 to air, water, nature. Hoo hoo hoo. Big boy. It says he's old, but he's not old. Nice. Yeah, he's not old at all. Yeah, that's going to be your bigger boy mage at 4 recruitment points. And the court sorcerer, cap only. Astral 2, holy 1. And then air, water, death twice. Okay, well that jives a bit better with the Onmyosho as being part of, like, slaves to these guys. Because, yeah, it's all going to be kind of a somewhat big jumble of air, water, death. So we could get just, you know, death communions. We know how powerful that is. We wanted to think about nothing else. But it does allow you access to some big air or water magic, like Wrathful Skies, or Army of Mist, or Wave Warriors, you know, all sorts of stuff. Tanuki! Oh, Tanuki! Can only be recruited in provinces that contain a spirit gate. Magic beings, stealthy 45, animals, dark vision 50, magic power 1, 50 leadership. Magical testicles. Testicles can even be transformed into weapons, armor, or whatever else they may need in battle. Yep, that's a Tanuki. It says they have an ability to change shape. I don't know if that's an innate, like if they get wounded or something. I'm not sure. Dragon Princess, underwater forts. Water 2, fire, air, nature, and then air, nature. Okay, so you'll have 2 air, 2 water, 2 nature, 2 water. Some combination with fire. But yeah, you know, water mages underwater. Dragon Prince, underwater fort. Water 1, holy 1, another air, water, nature. And 100 leadership, of course. Thugging potential? Well, you get liquid body, you get quicken self. You might get... That's kind of about it, really. Oh, you might get moss body. Yeah. That's pretty big. So if you get one of these, they got 1 water, 1 nature. You give them a vine shield and a frost brand. They cast quicken self, liquid body, and moss body. You're thugging. You're frickin' thuggin'. Imori Shaman, non-fort swamps. 1 water, 1 death, 1 nature, and then water, death, nature. Yeah, that's a pretty usable mage, I would say, all around. Can only be recruited in provinces that contain a spirit gate. We'll look into that. Yeah, I think the Fox Nation, Fox Girl Nation we played had that too. Bay. 22 damage Naginatas, length 3. 9 hit points, 11 protection, 10 defense. Pretty average all around, but that is a big Naginata. Naginata Kerai. Kerai. Mostly average, 12 defense, the Naginatas. And they do have Sodes. 6 protection, 2 parry shields, which is not gonna impact much. It does help a little bit against arrow fire, though. Not a whole lot, but better than not having it. Okay, maybe on a flank I could see it. Yumi Kurai. Longbows, range 45, 14 piercing damage. 11 attack. They have 13 protection. They have the Sodes. 13 defense. They have katanas. Jeez, you almost could just have these guys by themselves. Just make Yumi Kurais. Ujis. Mobile archers. With Ancestor Bow magic damage, range 50. 18 attack. Holy shit. Okay, we're almost certainly just going to be making these a lot at the start to expand. Because that is some very good range, some very good accuracy, some very good damage. And they can fire and keep distance. We don't want them with the army. That's far, far too much damage, even with that accuracy. But by themselves, they're going to be like Ubar and Camel Riders and just shred everything. They are pretty pricey, though, whereas Camel Riders are kind of cheap. Relatively cheap. And they can be made anywhere. But still, yeah, this will be our expansion force. Jinin. Sacreds that cause a tiny bit of unrest. They're sacred archers. No shields, no helmets. Range 45, 14 piercing. Really requires some sort of bless to make work. I don't know what you would do exactly. You know, precision, solar weapons, some kind of defensive thing. Twist fate, or I don't know. Hard to say. Sohei, capital only sacreds. With the Naginata, 23 damage. They have the Sodes, 15 protection, 13 defense, 15 morale. Pretty good. Workable. Not amazing. That shield leaves something to be desired, I suppose. But yeah, 15 protection is solid. Okay. And Akuso. Sacreds. Cause unrest, 0.5. 1 per turn limited. No helmets. Great clubs dealing 20 blunt damage, length 2. They're undisciplined. I don't know why I would really make any of these over the last thing. I have standard 3, which is pretty big. You might want one of them and just throw them in the army. Tanuki. Yep. Magic power 1 and not super impressive. Undisciplined, of course. Imori Spearmen, all swamp recruitment with a spirit gate. A lot of survival stuff, swimming, cold-blooded, poison resistance, magic power. Naginata's 21 damage, 14 protection, 7 defense. They have a bite attack as well. Pretty good on a flank, but we have multiple options for that. Mori Swordsman. They do get a helmet, the Jingasa. They've got a katana and a bite. They're undisciplined, though. 16 protection. Again, not bad on a flank. Probably, maybe a bit better. The higher protection, 1 higher defense, and helmets. It's probably a better option. Imori Archer. Swamps, blah, blah, blah. 14 protection. They get a dagger, a bite, and a short bow. Range 35, 10 piercing. Well, it's certainly not going to hurt your own men, but I guess it also won't hurt enemy men either. Shrimp Soldier, Underwater Forts. You got Metal Glaive, 17 protection, 14 hit points. They're amphibian. Yeah, it's pretty strong. It's pretty damn strong. And Shark Warriors. Good lord. 19 protection, 28 hit points, size 6, 1 to a square, 9 MR, 7 defense. Metal Yari, 14 attack, length 5, 26 piercing damage, and a bite for 19 slashing. They don't have helmets, so they're just relying on 7 natural protection, but still. Yeah, you want these guys. You're going to want those guys. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. So, Spirit Tree we can summon. It's immobile. It's got Nature 2, Holy 2, Blunt Pierce Resistant, Susceptible to Fire, Spirit Sight, Blind, Inept Smith 2, but Innate Spellcaster, Inept Researcher 6, Death Curse, Master Ritualist -2. It does spread magic, and it does Dominion Summon. It summons, what, Kodama? Yep, Kodama. Barely see what that is. They are 1 nature, sacred, susceptible to fire, ethereal, recuperation, floating, supply bonus 15, spirit sight, innate spellcasters, homesickness 50. Magic power. But this is a commander, so I'm not quite sure what it summons. Juboko. Another commander. Also immobile. Blunt, pierce resistance, susceptible to fire, stealthy. Yep. Spirit sight, blind, undisciplined. Yeah, it's another, like, defensive thing. And Spirit Gates. Also immobile. Air 2, Holy 2, Slash, Pierce Resistant, Poison Resistant, Inanimate, Blind Spirit Sight, Inept Smith 2, Innate Spellcaster, Inept Researcher. Causes Unrest 10. Master Ritualist -2, spreads Chaos and Magic, and Dominion Monster Summoner. Free spawn. Free spawn Tanuki. Great. We're going to have free spawn Tanuki. Maybe with a Naginata. Maybe with a Katana. Maybe with Sickle and Claw. We get Chochin Obake. When a paper lantern reaches an advanced stage, it may transform into a Chochin Obake. Forming a gaping mouth, a wild lolling tongue. Fire resistant, poison resistant, inanimate, floating, stealthy, never heals, spirit sight, undisciplined, magic power 1. They have flame burst, 10 armor piercing fire damage. Okay. I don't know what am I going to do with this? 0 protection, 4 hit points, and no ethereal is just like, it just dies? I think it just dies. Nozuchi. Undisciplined, stealthy, magic power. It's got venomous fangs, 15 strong poison, touch of leprosy gives disease. Otherwise, pretty average stats. Okay. Nopurabo. They have a fear aura on a unit, which is pretty rare. Undisciplined, magic power 1, 10 hit points, 7 protection, 11 defense. No helmets, no shields. Wakazashis for 12 attack, 14 damage. Yep. It's mostly just about the fear aura. But they won't live too long. The Amori Spearman and the Amori Swordsman. Okay. So creating a Spirit Gate, 10 Astral Pearls, 2 Astral. Also spawn some yokai each turn, depending on Dominion strength. Blah, blah, blah. Kappa. You get 5 Kappas for 3 water gems. They're not bad. Karasu Tengu. All the different Tengus, as usual. Summon Okami. Supernatural Wolves of Shinuyama. 10 plus Okami for 4 gems. I'd have to load the mod in to really tell you what's what. I assume they're not sacred. Consecrate Spirit Tree. Create a Nature 2, Holy 2, Immobile Mage. Yep, we look at this. It rarely summons... Oh, it creates the Homesick N1 Mage. So it creates, yeah, those commanders every 2 turns. And it rarely summons Juboko. Chigami Commander. Kami of the Farms and Fields. A lot of different summons. Ryujin. Sons of the Dragon King of the Eastern Sea. Kaijin. Mighty Mages of Water. Uchigami. Ancestral Kami of a Jomanese clan. Manifests as a mighty warrior, great general, priest of the ancestral spirits. Well, it's just a lot of stuff. And they didn't really show me all these different things. You should have a big list. Oni General, an Oni Shugo. You can get a Kitsune Commander. Yamanokami. Yep, I mean, that's pretty high up there. You can eventually get a Daioni. Yep, and just think. EA Yomi just gets to make as many of these as they want. Crazy. Alteration, we have... nothing. Evocation, we have... nothing. Instruction. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Enchantment. Nothing. It's all going to be the summons. Thaumaturgy. Nothing. Blood magic. Nothing. Divine nothing. Okay. Well, I feel like I kind of have to pull up the stats on some of this stuff. Because I just kind of curious if there's a different... I assume there's something in there that's sacred, but it's probably going to be a commander or something. It's just annoying to do this. Mostly because if Steam didn't just organize everything by number in a giant folder, and I could just open this folder and see Gathering Sturm, then that would be one thing, but that's not how they do it. It's a little bit annoying. Okay, units. What are we? MA Heijou? Heijou? Right. National only, summoned. A lot of them. Okay, so there's the Kappa. We already know those are pretty solid-ish. They have 15 protection, 15 hit points. They get 2 attacks and have recuperation. And they're amphibious, so they're not a bad option for getting in the water. All the different Tengus, I think, are going to be as usual. They are sacred. It's just usually that you don't get many. I mean, so Karasu Tengu, you get 3 for 2 gems. They have 13 hit points, 4 protection, 16 defense. They got the Katana and the Lightning Strike. They're sacred flyers. So I suppose, yeah, with a powerful enough Bless, it is a cheap option to just get a lot of free Sacreds. Or, you know, not free, but different cost of Sacred. I suppose it's not bad. Konoha Tengus. 3 air gems gets you 5+. 12 hit points, 4 protection, 14 defense. They have the Katana. They seem kind of worse. They seem similar, but worse. They have 1 less hit point, 1 more MR, 2 less attack, 2 less defense, 1 less precision, 4 less speed. And that's it. And it even acknowledges in the description they're not as skilled as the Karasus. You just get a bit more of them. But that is its own kind of reward, and it's a different gem cost. While being a very similar unit, you can just lump together. Okay. Maybe we should just go for this, but okay. Okamis. They are non-sacred wolves. 23 hit points, 7 protection, 10 defense, 28 speed, 17 damage bites, magic power 1. Yeah, okay. And you get 10 plus of them for 4 gems. It's not bad, but I'd probably spend that gem on the Tengus. Jagami Commander. Sacred. It's got 2 nature. Summer power. Plus 70 supply bonus. Yeah, he's got 2 nature. That's the main thing going for him, I suppose. But you're not going to spend 10 gems to get 2 nature. Unless you really need supply for some reason. Or you have a lot of gems. The Dai Tengu is 55. It comes with 33 Tengus. Dai Tengu is just another one like the other Tengus. Sacred Flyer, blah, blah, blah. It's not really... The stats aren't anything special, but he does have 3 air, 1 earth, 1 nature, and 2 holy. So it's easy for him to kind of probably bless himself and this army. But for 55 air gems, I don't know. I'd probably just get the other Tengu stuff. Nushi is the crone. Yeah. It's another command. It's got 3 water, 1 death, 2 nature. Which is not bad. It's also got awe, and its shape changes into a swamp serpent. Which is not bad, but it's homesick. The whole thing is homesick. The Ryujin. Okay. So it's got like it's sort of a humanoid form. 23 hit points. Spell protection, blah, blah, blah. It's got Drake Gas, Venomous Fangs, Claw, and Tail Sweep. Spell protection, yada, yada. Resist Fire 5, Shock 5, Poison 15. Sacred, and it's flying, and it's amphibious, and it has water 2. And then +2 to either fire, air, earth, or nature. And then it also has the Dragon Pearl, which gives it +1 to water, so there's actually 3 water. And a temporary water gem. And then it can shape change into the dragon form with 47 hit points, size 8, 13 protection, 11 defense. Drake Gas, Fangs, Claw, Tail Sweep, blah, 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 all the same. And, of course, still Sacred. It's pretty solid. Pretty solid, depending on the secondary thing you get. You know, air is personal mist form. Earth is like temper flesh, although you already have liquid body. Personal stone skin, though. Nature, personal regen. I don't know. It's definitely a light and a lighter thug, but Could Thug. For 40 water gems. Heijou. What is it? Heijou Commander. I don't... Oh, there it is. Okay. 3 water, 1 earth, 2 nature. It's sacred. It's ethereal. It's got 19 hit points, 6 protection. It's got a net, an enchanted net. Once per battle. Mighty Yari for 23 damage. This almost seems more like an anti-thug than anything. Unless you want a 3 water mage. Ujigama Commander for 8 earth gems. 22 hit points, 17 protection, 13 defense, 16 MR, 15 morale, 23 damage katana. It's got a, heavy armor. Inspirational 1. Leadership 150. It's sacred and it's ethereal. And it has holy 2. So it can bless itself. That doesn't really make a thug exactly, but it's not bad. I don't know. I don't know if I'd really spend 8 earth gems on it, but maybe. Mori no Kami Commander for nature. Sacred, nature 2, ethereal, spirit sight. It's got a path boost -1 to all, so you can't really empower it easily. 0 protection, blah, 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 blah. And it can shapeshift into this form in forests, I guess? Or is a bit stronger. It's 1 earth, 3 nature, so it can cast Strength of Gaia. It spawns 1d6 wolves in battle. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know. Hard for me to really say. Kitsune Commander. So there's Stealthy 80, Magic Power 1, Nature 1, Glamour 3. Pretty big. They have 50% for Air, Water, Earth, Astral, Nature twice, and 25% for a third one that can include Glamour. Interesting. So one of these that gets Air can do Wailing Winds. You're spending 30 nature gems, though, to gamble on it getting Air. But yeah, that's kind of worth it. So we may want to do a nature pretender just to get Mother Oak for a lot of nature gems. And then the Yami no Kami. Regeneration. He attracts wolves by Dominion. Summons wolves in battle. He's ethereal. He's sacred. He's got Air 2, Earth 3, Nature 2. 29 hit points, 16 protection. Most of that being natural protection. Yeah, he could probably thug pretty well for you. I would say he's a very capable thug. It says he would lose much of their powers if they leave their lofty abodes. Oh, foreign magic boost. -1. So if he leaves the mountain, he has 1 air, 2 earth, 1 nature. That's far less capable. Jeez, you gotta give me all these limited shit. Alright. It's really hard to say. I think we probably want to go for Tengu stuff as our sacred of choice, like our bless option. What do we want them to have? I'm just trying to look for... Because Tengus are not unique here. And, you know, they're from, like, Shinoyama and stuff. I'm just kind of curious what other people might take for a bless. I guess I could just look at the guide for, like, MA Shinuyama. Do they get Tengus? Yeah. I don't know if he really recommends them at all. I mean, his bless is definitely not based around Tengu. Okay, well, could I make my own decision here? They have 13 hit points. They have 16 defense. 16's pretty good. But they have 4 protections, so they really will need something to protect them from arrows. They're going to need a pretty hefty bless, really. The defense is one thing, but they need something to protect them from arrows. Which means either taking Stygian flesh, Stygian skin, whatever it's called. Or bark skin could work as well, since we want to go nature. They have no natural protection. They have leather cuirasses for 5 protection on the body. So, you know, bark skin will bump this up to like 10 or 11 protection, which isn't amazing. I wouldn't say that's amazing. We could take air shield. You could take air shield. It does help. But they need something more than that. So it's going to have to be a pretty hefty bless. Instead, we could just make the Soheis work. Which is a lot easier to do, I think. And then we can summon the other sacreds and they'll be fine. They're going to die. They're not going to be amazing. But yeah, this way we get Soheis, which we might also want to take air shield on. Since they don't really have much of shields. And only have 11 hit points. I think we probably are going to be looking at Undying and Enchanted Blood. Since they have pretty decent protection. I don't think they really need much help with damage. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe something kind of heftier here. Because what else are we going to make? The Uji in the early game, for sure. But then late game it'll be Soheis and Yumi Karai's. Although, at 14 damage. But if we have air shield once we get those online. Yeah, it's really kind of all we need. And then maybe some Tengus to fly to the rear. Unless we can get Shark Warriors going, then they'll be even better. But yeah, they're pretty expensive. Soheis are not super cheap. The Ujis are not cheap. So I think we want to go decent on scales here. I think we're probably looking at Imprisoned. I don't know if I could swing. I don't know if I can swing Dormant. And we'll want air at the very least. Air at the very least. And then death. Blood. It's the usual sort of stuff. So air, death, blood, at least 2 of those things. No, as usual, we're probably looking at the Rainbow Bless. We like that. Blood is pretty rare, as it turns out. There's not many pretenders with blood. Unless you take the Fountain of Blood. But he's got Turmoil. I don't think we really want that. But maybe we could survive with Turmoil 1. Or Order 1. So then we really only need 1 blood. But is that the smartest way to go? You know, you can just do the... No. Shit. think I'd rather take the Idol of Man to get Nature 5. Air. I don't know what we need for Air Shield. 6. Air Shield. And then we also have to take Dying. This is why we gotta go with yeah, just go with like the Frostfather, because it's a classic option. It's very well loved and well picked. Nature 5. Some water. Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff you could pick. Aren't we doing a 1v1v1v1? Isn't that what we picked? Probably want something to do with Earth. Earth is kind of handy. I don't see us getting out of here with Dormant, to be honest. I'd have to tank some scales here to get Dominion up to where I need it to be, you know? I don't think I want to take Drain. Do I really want Death? And even then, it's like... Yeah, I just don't see us getting out of here with Dormant. Right, so Air Shield. Oh, we didn't even take Blood. Fuck. Gonna regret not getting Earth, I'm sure. That gives us Blood Surge, Enchanted Blood, and then we could take just 5 Undying. It's not bad. Then they're still pretty good in the early game. Still pretty survivable. It's just Air Shield will help a lot. 3 years in. It's pretty weak scales. Pretty weak. I mean, you really pay for Air Shield. But it's big on our main guys and on the Tengu, so it's kind of nice. Yeah, alright. It's probably fine. I mean, neutral scales are good scales, all things considered. Narfe. Alright, so for this one, remember we just do 6 points required, no thrones, because the thrones are already there. We'll see how it goes. Alright, we started down here where the phantasmal ones are. I think the phantasmal ones are kind of the easier ones. We are playing against Asphodel, Man, and Inn. Oh boy. And Asphodel can be a real pain in the ass if I'm not... We have to expand well. We have to expand well. We need to get an early foothold and start getting temples going. So for recruits, we're just going for Uchis. We can't get many of them, but they are going to be good. And then we're just making Juganshis. Unfortunately, yeah, they're not too bad. For research. Yeah, we probably want to get this going. We want to get Karasu Tengus, right? Start getting them out for free extra sacreds. So Conjuration 2, and then we probably want this for Moss Body. Okay. Yeah, the first ones here are usually kind of tricky. Take this, I suppose, even though it is heavy infantry. Yeah, I would say probably productivity was, well, yeah, we've got 2 forests near us. Good help. Alright, we lost one of them horses and 6 of the Kurai, the Naginatas. But that's okay. We took it. I probably can do that. Probably. Probably. Yeah, we did. Now granted, this is not what exactly we're using these things for. We'll get to their real use case in a second. I just need enough of them. That's a dicey decision, I think. That works on the horses, but I'm not sure what that's going to do to my normal dudes. We probably want to start site searching pretty quickly. Okay, that worked out. We lost all our Naginatas, but that's, you know, that's why we're doing this. Okay. Just keep getting some men. Oh, this must be Ind right there. I'm about to move on to his capital, which is big dumb mistake of dumbness. Okay, and we lost 5 horses, but still. Let's go back here before we do that. Yep, there's Ind. So we're up against Ind. Well, kind of depends on his bless, but you know, we're not playing with random blesses for them, so I assume he's got a pretty damn good bless. And then it kind of just depends on what he fucking recruits and stuff, you know? But yeah, I mean, if he has, I don't know, you know, depends on what he bless. It's this thing, really. He's gonna have many soldier priests. So it just kind of depends on what bless he's got. One leaderless unit. Uh-oh, they killed my commander. Oh, because he was not set to... Yeah. There goes our prophet. I forgot. That you gotta have the guy stay behind troops with fire and keep distance. But that's alright, I don't actually need a prophet for quite a while. Just kind of shunted these things around. Yeah, so we want this guy as their commander, because he will also fire and keep distance. Okay, now give me a priest of some kind. Yeah, give me a couple. Alright, you're gonna just take all these, fire and keep distance. You can set him to fire and keep distance, but I've had problems with that, and it's really just like... Yeah, he can help out with the bow, I guess, but I don't know, I've had issues. So, really just stay behind the troops and call it a day. Doing good on money, I know that. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, I mean, fucking 17 range, 17 damage, 18 attack, range 50. And it's magic damage. And then they have a length 3 Naginata 17 damage. And they have little shields. I mean, it's just a very strong unit. For expansion purposes. That's kind of all she wrote. Alright, yeah. Kind of hit our order limit, unfortunately. Good. Good. Yeah, very nice. That's what we wanted. We want to get this line. I mean, we're probably not going to get much further than that and be able to hold it all, but... Yeah. Yeah. We want, like, ideally, like, 3 forts all around here. That's a good wall. Good wall. What else do we need? What are our mages gonna do? 2 water, 2 nature. Oh yeah, and then we have like... Oh yeah, these guys are gonna be 3 water, 3 nature, 2 air. 3 water, 3 nature. Quite a lot with that. Or there's the big communion stuff to do. Probably don't need to do a single communion thing to win. It's fine, but we, you know, I'd gravitate towards the Horde of Skeleton communion, and I don't think we need that. So, yeah, 3 nature gives us group regen. At enchantment 5. Which, yeah, on our sacrets is going to be pretty strong with Undying 5. So we could just work towards that. In lieu of anything else. I also want to get in the water at some point, so I should start summoning Kappas. Alright, we lost a couple mounts there. Shit. So maybe I should actually... Oh, we did get Yeah, okay, so we should have someone start getting Kappas. Yeah, just keep summoning that, because that'll get us a foothold in the water. Oh, he got his mount back already. So you don't have to do that as an action. He can just walk and get it. It's pretty impressive. All right. Okay. And then nature air. You have one of those So yeah, start summoning sacreds. Probably won't use them until our god comes out. Uh-oh. Okay, we bumped into in, but we did get this. That was nothing. Let's watch our first scuffle with in. What did he send in? Oh, God. A lot of sacreds. Okay, so he's got Unbearable Splendor and Obfuscate. Well, Obfuscate is nothing to me. I mean, it's not nothing. It means I can't see any of them on the map, which is kind of its own danger. But doesn't he already have that? I don't know. I have to look. But then, yeah, Unbearable Splendor. Very nasty. Very nasty. It doesn't work on ranged attacks, thankfully. But, yeah, anyone striking him in melee has to roll versus MR or go blind permanently. Thankfully, we didn't really... Oh, God, some of you guys... Oh, stop hitting him. Fuck. That's a nasty bless. It's like the most expensive bless you can take, I believe. You got Battle Fright. Oh, man, that's a lot of afflictions. Blind, boom. -9 precision, but that still only puts him at 10 attack, which is kind of okay. But yeah, it makes the horses completely unable to hit anything and have 5 defense. Yeah, it's not good, man. It's not good at all. But hey, let's be friends. Yeah. Why not? Yeah, I don't have enough money to keep building temples, unfortunately. Money is tight. Tight, tight, tight. Hmm. Okay. He refused. What? Well, surely you just gotta ask nicely this time. Well, I guess you could be on the front lines to preach, right? Yeah, we are certainly quite poor. Poor, 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 poor. Because our upkeep is pretty high. We could get... Yeah. Get me another one of these. Nice. Yeah, I told you these guys would be pretty good for... Been iffy on fire and keep distance, but it's really got a good mounted archer. And they have a decent melee option when it comes to that. Not bad. He refused again. I know, I mean, the whole point is that we're meant to get into a war with him. I get it. I know. But still. So who's our amphibious, like, commander option? Do we have to go... Do I have to fort? No. Is there a coastal option of some kind? Dragon Princess is underwater forts. No. Underwater forts. Non-fort swamp, but it's not amphibious. Nah. No. I mean, eventually, I guess you get like a Nushi or something, or the Kaijin, but that's underwater, and the Ryujin, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Otherwise, we have to rely on making a ring of water breathing or getting some sort of coastal commander. It's easier said than done, but this fight is also easier said than done. There's Enquanok, the Sea King. Well, that leads right down to the Lake of Holly there, which is pretty nice. Can we beat these guys? Maybe. It's a decent amount, but they have a lot of shields. Many shields. We also really need to set up forts here. Really hoping for the HP route. Naganatas. Yes, the Naganatas. In enough volume, it works. We did lose 29 of them, but, you know, still kind of worth it. Pretty big money. We really need to set up another fort. Yeah, I mean, all these have shitty resources, but they do have kind of high recruitment points. It's, yeah, probably better than making forts here as far as unit production. It also centralizes our unit production, for better or for worse. I don't know if I'd attempt another one without more units. Are you still... Oh my god, you're still making them. Whoops. Let's maybe just cool it for the moment. Damn. Drove right into my commander. Yeah, I probably should have been given some bodyguards, I guess. Yeah, I don't know why I just move them around, but at this point it's like, what's the point? I'd rather have him as a spy, probably over here. Well, I guess we could have someone else summon... Did I get another? Yeah. Someone else summon Tengus? It's only 2. We have 4 per turn, so we can just summon them perpetually now. It's a lot of them. And again, they're not amazing. Even when they get Air Shield, they're not going to be that amazing, but they will have 23 HP with Regen and Blood Surge and Air Shield. It's not going to be bad. They'll be hitting with Blood Surge for like 22 damage. Oh, it's two-handed. So, even more than that. 20, 23, 24, maybe 23. It'll be good. They'll be hit. It'll be good. Okay, end accepted for now. Buys us time no matter what. Even if he breaks her right now, it buys us a bit more time than if he didn't accept. Allows us to keep building more temples. Keep building more units. Get this second fort going. Maybe get more forts going. Yeah, why don't we send you to go pick up some horses? We want to get this, at least. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we can always benefit from more money for now. Still holding off on mages. I just want to get temples everywhere to hold it. And get the 3 forts set up. You construct palisades. We probably, because it's turn 25 already, I think we probably want to transition away from these now and start building sacreds and the normal archers. These guys just hit too hard. Bit too hard. I mean, we have air shield on the sacreds, yeah, but... yeah, there you go. It's a pretty good mix. Okay. We'll still use these horses to clear out some of this other shit, but... yeah, we want a real army to beat Ind. Even though they're all going to go blind, so ideally I never fight Ind, ever. And we just sit here. Perpetual... block. Okay, probably want construction 3. Thinking. I guess we could get, yeah, this for our air gem purposes. We also probably want to get air gems. But both my air guys are summoning instead of site searching. Okay. So far, so peaceful. Asphodel is winning on provinces. He's probably gonna steamroll Man, but Man, you know, well, he's definitely losing. We have more provinces than Ind. That's nice. We have the most income. Asphodel has insane gem income. Second on research. We're third on Dominion, so we're not the worst. Yeah, Asphodel's probably going to steamroll everything. Will he steamroll across to get into a fight with us? Because if he does, it's probably going to be right here, you know? I don't know. We're hoping man can put up a bit more of a fight than that. In declared war. Well, it did say it bought us time. I told you he wasn't going to... They're bad. They're bad at the game. They do bad things. Man, he's got a lot of fucking dominion here. What the hell? I think, does he get cheap he gets cheap temples. Temples cost 300. It's not fair. It's not fair. The game ain't fair. Fuck. Man. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Well, then, we're gonna have 2 palisades up. We should probably get a commander of some kind. Probably another Mirage, because what else would it be? To be our prophet. To lead our troops into battle. Yeah, okay. Temple is probably more important. We've got to win a fucking war against Ind, and I'm not looking forward to having my entire army go blind. All my Sacrets and Tengus going blind. I am gonna need another commander. Shit. NAP's wearing off this turn, and I have, like, no PD anywhere and no money. Okay, well, we don't need PD, because we're just gonna go defend this. Okay. Go. Alright, he didn't attack. Fetch. Good-ish. Ish. We say ish. We got enchantment 5. So I can throw group regeneration on a lot of stuff, but it requires 3 nature. So, unfortunately, I have to start making my big boy mages for that. The Jugun Hakases. And 33% of them will have it. We probably want to get Wave Warriors then. That'll also be really significant. That's not that. That's gonna be... God, that's Alteration 7. Yeah. Yep. But it also gives us fog warriors, which is also really good. So I guess in lieu of anything else to get, that's the one. Now I could attack him, start burning his shit. He does not have much of an army compared to us. It's just kind of a scary army. But raising his temples to the ground is going to help a lot. But remember, he has Obfuscate. So, what is that? Unit with this ability reduces the apparent size of the army in its province by the listed value. This happens before randomness and scout reports. So an army of 70 normally visible units is completely masked. An army of 80 units appears as though there are 5 units. Blah, 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 blah. Masks any units commander. Right, so it just hides their number. So they could have 100 here. Could have 120. Like, that's why it's kind of dangerous. It's useless when playing against the AI. But the AI against me means probably pretty bad. Especially because he can also just move troops from anywhere onto where I'm attacking and shit all over me. See? Who knows what happened? Okay, in this case, it's just PD, which is good. That's what we're looking for. So that was no problem. We killed his Malik and a Proto-Pope and raised a temple. But then he attacked Dragonscale Mountains, where I have no PD. Yeah, okay. Right. So now we're under siege there. But that's fine, because we took his temple. Can I PD up? PD is probably better in this case, because I don't give a shit if they go blind. They're just temporary soldiers. So we probably want a PD, rather than risk our own soldiers' lives. And just keep tearing this down. Yeah, we'll deal with that stuff eventually. He attacked Fairy Forest. What the hell did I have in... What? How did he get to Fairy Forest? Oh, is that where I also had a fort? Yeah, okay. And then Plothai, where he has just a lot of PD with heavy cav, which is annoying. But nothing I can't handle. Ouch. Yeah, that heavy cav. I don't know how I lost 20. Okay, so he's besieging me in both these spots. Just gonna keep throwing it into PD and keep pissing him off. Cutting off as much income as possible. Killing as many things as we can. You know, he's not hurting us here. He's not hurting us here. He did get a fort up in Shade Forest. So that's going to be a little obnoxious. But I'm not going to... I mean, we could ride out. But I think we kind of want overwhelming numbers here to avoid as much blindness as possible. Okay. Hey, our god has arrived. Excellent. Air shield on the sacreds. Not that he has many archers, it seems. But we have archers. I think there's friendly fire going on when the cavalry gets really close. But that was good. Raised another temple. Man has already been permanently vanquished. Wow, what a fucking steamroll. He didn't put up any resistance. Alright, we're going to have him search, because he covers quite a lot of things for our gems. Although, I don't know, I have a lot of gems that I'm not spending. Oh, but we can get Konoha Tengus. But that's 1 air, 1 earth. Who can do that? No one. I don't have access to any Earth. Okay, so I have to summon a commander for that then. The Dai Tengu has 3 air, 1 Earth. Okay. We do need to get the Dai Tengu. Which is Conjuration 5, 55 air gems. And then he alone. Because I didn't take Earth on my big guy. Mm-hmm. Alright, so we're gonna go there. We're gonna break siege there. And, let's see. Hold and attack rear. Hold and fire archers. Hold and attack closest. We're going to cast Sermon of Courage, Divine Blessing, Heavenly Strikes. You are just going to stay behind troops, please. Kind of a thin wall here of Soheis. Do we want a singular line? Probably. Okay, give that a try. Alright, and more PD to piss him off. And go bust this up. He's not really counterattacking much. Not sure what his deal is. Let's see this in action. It's quite the art. He kept reinforcing this, so we're going to see. There will be blindness, I'm sure. Oh yeah, the lightning strikes. Trigger some blood surge on that. But now they fly. Fly right. There you go. Ooh! Now the real question is, how many of my dudes are blind now? Well, first of all, we lost 48 Tengus in one battle. They did get 52 kills, and it was potentially one of the biggest battles we'll do here against Ind. But it's hard to say... Well, I mean, I guess it's not hard to say. They got butchered by mirror guards. Because they probably became blind, like, instantly. We lost 6 Soheis only, though. And we lost no Yumis. And they got 51 kills. Which could have been on the Tengus, but yeah, I mean, obviously, he had his mirror guards kill something, his soldier priest killing something. So, yeah. Not great on the Tengu part, but again, they're kind of free. Sort of free. It's an opportunity cost slightly of 2 mages. But yeah, granted, these things are pretty freaking nuts in large numbers. It's hard to compete with against the shit stuff. All right, let's go here. I'm gonna put Bigly PD here. We'll focus our efforts, make it all count. I think I left all the Tengus behind or something. Okay, he lost to PD there. Oh, they breached Dragon Scale finally, which means there's a pretty big force there, unfortunately. And I can't reach it there in time. Fuck me. Well, I shouldn't have done that. Damn, now I have to take it. Damn. There's nothing for it, though. It's not connected, so... Damn. Alright. This drags out a little bit longer then, doesn't it? Yeah, keep riding out, dude. Okay. He doesn't really have much, though. I'm surprised he even breached it. What exactly happened to all the Tengus? Oh, there's 10 here. There's 7 here. 4 here. Yeah, they spread to the 4 winds. Yeah, we're gonna keep summoning them because they're fine. They're fine. I mean, with a buff of some kind, they'll probably be better. But yeah, bark skin would do some nice wonders on them, I think. We'll probably not use them against Ind, but they will be used for the independent armies. Oh, they could ride out there to attack him there. Try to put a stop to that. One Sohei died. Damn chariot. And he attacked Earthshell Mountains, where my guy was and where I just put up PD. Thank God for that. Fuck your chariots. And we breached. We got Momiji, the Lady of the Walls, an ancient and reclusive yokai. She has 2 fire, 2 air, 2 astral, 2 death, and 1 holy. She's ethereal, fire resistant, poison resistant, spirit sight, fortune teller, bringer of fortune 20. That's great. Wow, fortune teller 40, bringer of fortune 20. I mean, yeah, she'd be a decent light thug, to be honest, but she's never going to leave because of that stuff. And 21 research. It's great. We are making our big boy mages. We got some with 3 nature already. That's great. That's great. So between... Was Oaken Army what? We're working towards this no matter what for Wave Warriors. Oaken Army is 4 natures, so just a Thistle Mace, a Cornucopia, and a Fairy in a Bottle. Which I think he can make a Fairy in a Bottle. No, I didn't take Glamour with... But there was that one summon that has Glamour. Yes, the Kitsune. Right. So, yeah, I mean, once we get Alteration up, we probably want to go... Conjuration 6. That kind of solves all our problems. The real issue, of course, is Asphodel. He has no opponent over there, and we're about to wipe out the other opponent in the game. Meaning that it's going to be me versus him. But, I don't know, he might just... He might run out of steam. And he might actually just kill himself. By throwing himself against the Indies. Because he has no way to get to me except through independence. But he could go through the water. That is going to be a bit easier of an option for him. So he might do that. We'll see. We got to keep our Dominion up. We got to keep temples everywhere. I think we made... Oh, shit. Where did this come from? Okay, well, we have PD almost everywhere. Alright, and we're going to storm. He attacked Sylvania. Oh, he probably... Yeah, I don't know why I watched that. Thought it was going to be something wild. It's nothing wild at all. And then our battle at Dragon Scale Mountains. This is ours, and we built this with our own hands. How dare you? How dare you? I think we want to check our afflictions after this and see how much blindness we have. Oh, our scout died. Damn. Yeah. I mean, probably most of these Soheis are blind now. Fucker. They'll cycle out. We're gonna get new ones. He's got quite a decent force here, though. There's nothing for it. There's nothing for it. We'll put up a little bit more PD here. Yeah, that. So if he doubles back and hits Dragon Scale again, we'll double back and blah, 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 blah. We have a lot of units. I guess. Make a couple more. He did not move. He's trying to hold the line. Air shield doing some heavy work here. Sohei's routed, but the archers, too much. Told you, that's why we built them. Too good. We lost 32 to 38 Soheis. Most of them were blind. The rest were probably already now blind. I assume. I mean, these aren't... No, he didn't have any sacreds here, really. But yeah, most of them were blind. We lost 21 of the Ujis, half the Yumis. But I think we can still beat it. Large pack of werewolves. No, werewolves. That's a lot of werewolves, man. They all have invulnerable 15. But our Ujis all have magic weapons, so it won't be hard to take back. Moderately damaged in Shade Forest. Blah, 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 blah. I almost wish I would have just kept making Ujis. Because these guys, do they have magic bows? No, they don't. No, why would they? We lost... What? Oh, Erysia here. He's gonna pick the weakest link to break out of, so let's try to shore it all up. Yeah, bunch of shit. Bunch of shit. Found an enchanted sword. Severely damaged, but we are starving badly, unfortunately. I don't know if we're starving badly, but we are starving. Yeah, because I plan on kind of just starving this fucker out and dom killing him. Building temples everywhere. He's too dumb to, build up forces, I think. It does have this, which would be nice to take. But I really want to get this first, so we'll handle that later. I don't like that we're starving, but I guess we did... Yeah, okay. Boy, we just have Ujis left? Yeah, I guess so. Where did all the Yumis go? They all retreated and fled around. Alright, we can win with Ujis, right? We've breached. We will wait. Build our temples everywhere and wait. Yeah, Asphodel keeps growing in every way. It's not really losing anything yet, but... Oh, shit, he is across the water now. Well, that's bad. I mean, he has to take a coastal site, but I think he can with that size of armies if he has even the slightest of brains. Ah, temple. God damn it. Alright, that's temples everywhere. Now to take this. Should I have Narfi participate? Cast something, right? But it's going to be all very mobile fight. I don't think we want to do that. God, this is such a laggy screen. I don't know if it's this map or this nation or I don't know what it is exactly. But, ooh boy, is it laggy. Oh, we do have Soheis in here. Okay, well, good. All right, I just brought him. Doi. Okay. I think we can move back a bit. We got pretty long range on the Ujis at least. All right, let's make it happen, man. I didn't even set him on hold and attack. I guess I didn't have any buffs really other than Divine Blessing. God, the trample, the chariots still hurts. Still hurts a lot. I don't think we went kindly there. No, we lost 2 Soheis, 9 Ujis, 5 Yumis. And we razed a temple to the ground. And we got a free fort in Sylvania. That helps. Okay. I mean, at this point... Yep. We're basically just dom killing him because he can't break out anywhere. You can keep making these guys. And shut up additional production. Let's say the Fairy Forest. We can make these other sacreds. We just can't make the Soheis, unfortunately. And the Jinin are not bad with Air Shield and Blood Surge. But I think they might hit a bit too hard. But again, our Soheis have Air Shield, so it's probably worth making 9 of them. And then we can also make more Yumis for just a lot of archers. Oh, there's also no temple here. There's a lab here, though, so we can make Jugon Hakases. Why not? I can make Yumis. Oh, I can make Ujis. We still have a use for Ujis, I think. With Air Shield, I don't mind them. See how laggy that fucking is? It's crazy. You can go here to make that into a proper fort. And then eventually we'll get his capital. How's he doing? He's still not suffering any losses. Because he's... Well, I mean, maybe he is, but it's, like, negligible. Because he's just spawning so much shit everywhere. In every province. Alright, now it's just a matter of time. He has, like, practically no money. He is getting mercenaries. He's spending his money on mercenaries, if that tells you anything. He has a lot more provinces than me, so, I mean, he went into the water, we know that. I don't know how much he's gone in the water. And I don't know if he's gone underground. I guess we could send a scout. We did have a scout die. Do I get any? I get no foreign recruit scouts of any kind. The abbot. Okay, just get me a scout. I'd like to see his situation. And yeah, we didn't get into the water. It's tough on this map to get into the water. You gotta fight past the coastal provinces or go right here for 60 Sea Troll, Water Elemental, and a Sea King. It's not easy. Especially when you're, like, thrown right into a war. But the war's over. He really can't win. I mean, we can PD up even more just to be even more delightfully sure. I have so much money. And he has so little money. Somehow he's just got a lot of pikeneers. I don't know. He might not be getting mercenaries. Might be actual things. We'll see. I guess I could go stomp this. With just Ujis. Is that enough Ujis? That's not that many. That's like 100 Ujis. Make more Ujis. Yep. That was definitely a mercenary company. Now we'll go take that. Asphodel is here. He's really, yeah, he's definitely taking over all the water stuff. The coastal stuff, that's for the real, like, if he takes one of those, then we're in trouble. Thankfully, you know, we've got a pretty strong dominion. We're going to take all the coastal provinces here ourselves soon. Once we wipe out Ind. We'll get temples on every spot, PD on every spot, and then hopefully he just stays in his own lane. Hey, why don't we even just send him a message? Be nice about it. Okay. Not far off from Alteration 7, which is pretty good. He is building up a decent force here. He can still recruit ever so slowly. Was it 30% extra? 30% extra gold and 15% or so resources. Asphodel accepted. Excellent. That's my kind of guy. And now go just slowly kill yourself off on the independence. Dumbass. Double dumbass on you. Damn, that's a lot of archers. Yeah, I mean, eventually. But I think eventually he'll go to war with me is the problem. Because this, you know, I have this. Otherwise, he'd just have to keep railing against the independence. He had no other option but independence. But he has an option here to go to war with me. The thing is, it's like, if I get a palisade here, I get like 100 PDs here or something like it's... He can just rail against that for a while. But I do think he will beat some of this independence stuff eventually. He can't possibly be that bad, and he'll eventually wear it down. Yeah, like this, you know. That's a pretty huge army. He probably can beat the Lost Capital with that. I wouldn't doubt it. But we are not long here. We are not long here at all. Okay. Well, why don't you go pick up Uji? Actually, I need kind of like everybody to go pick up Uji. Well, you go pick up Uji here. I got 60 more. No, I got 41 here. Oh my god. Got a lot of friggin' Uji. You go here to pick up Uji. You go here to pick up that shit. Round this all up. Upkeep's starting to hit me now. Alright, so there he attacked it with 26. He managed to kill 2, so eventually, you know, I don't know. I don't know how the AI works. Okay, apparently did something and got undead. Good. Yeah, really not doing too hot on money now. Our upkeeps are just too high. I think I gotta chill it on the mages. These aren't sacred. Oh, you're paying quite a bit in upkeep there on all of them. Wasn't I making them somewhere else? Yeah, okay, let's just cool it on mages. So I can get more money. Okay, I got more undead. Uh-oh, he's plateauing. He's plateauing on provinces. He's not plateauing on army size. Great. Great, great, great. Alright, get you back home. Still holding on an end. He's never gonna ride out. He's gotta ride out soon. Alright, we're gonna get Conjuration 6 now, that's great. Pretender can summon... the Kitsune... No, someone else can do that. He can summon the Dai Tengu. Except we didn't take Earth, did we? Didn't I say I was going to regret not taking Earth? We have to empower him in Earth. Get Construction 5 then. Went in there with 154, mostly mannequins. Managed to kill 7 things. Okay, he's working it. He's working it. But again, he does not have infinite troops. Oh, because I moved the Frost Father off. That's alright. He does not have infinite troops. Okay, dip. Finally a dip. He will kill off all the population there. He's also gonna kill off the population here. Got strong Dominion, man. Real strong Dominion, and I do not have the strongest of Dominions. Because he's probably taken all his coasts. He's got temples everywhere. So yeah, we do need to now start taking our coasts. Perhaps we should centralize here. Okay, fuck it. Get everyone here. I changed my mind. What is this arrow? Yeah, what? Hold on, what is this arrow? Someone is moving here? No. What is this? This is an arrow going here. Arrow, arrow, arrow. Oh, right, my pretender. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just converge, converge, converge. It's a lot of shit, man. This isn't part of the battle. Got a lot of Ujis on fire and keep distance. Many, many, many Ujis. And then we got some Jins that are just on... Or, yeah, Genies. Genins? Something like that. It's gonna be... It'll be something. It's a lot of archers. It's actually entirely just arrows. It's a lot of arrows. I don't know. What do we really have after this? What do we have? We have 3 nature. I could do Hail of Serpent Fangs. That's pretty good. Sure. Or do I already have that? No, that's 6. Sure. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Let's give it a shot. Should I wait? They're technically starving here. They'll add the Sohai in and more archers. We probably can do this, right? Probably, maybe, ish. But we need temples in these spots, you know. How are you not dead yet? Jesus. I don't think this went well. I got a feeling. And then we have to quickly HP route him, basically. But he's got these cataphracts coming in. All those sacreds. I mean, we won, but yeah, that's why we want the Ujis only. They can keep moving. I should have just put the other ones on fire and keep distance. It's like, okay, we lose a bit of damage. The Ujis will keep shooting, don't worry. I feel like he's actually growing. I think he's actually growing in Dominion strength. I don't know how exactly. I'm really not quite sure how I fathom that being possible, but I guess it is. Let's get a second guy. Yes, armies. It takes a while for him to actually die out. You know, that's not going to be quick. Doesn't seem to be losing many. Yeah. So we got to get. I can get the Kitsune, which had the glamour. So then we can do Wailing Winds, which is pretty fun. So I guess... Well, wait a minute, Mikey. Can't I do Mother Oak? Didn't I get that yet? Yeah, okay. Get Mother Oak going first. Okay. Okay, now he's about to die. That happened quick. I guess it does happen quick, doesn't it? That's how it works. Yeah, no air shield there. I don't have my profit, so we lost 39 Soheis. You know. You know. Alright, we need Earth. He has to empower himself in Earth. It's the only way we're going to get the Dai Tengu. And that's the only way we're going to get... That's the only way we're going to be able to make an okay amount of the worst Tengus. But at this point, it's like I have a lot of Astral Pearls, man. So fuck it. Just crazy numbers, man. Jesus Christ. It's like I don't know how he can lose this game. And probably I shouldn't even be bothering trying to fight him in any meaningful way. I should just be trying to desperately go for thrones before he steamrolls me. That's what I think. Somehow in, still not dead. Oh god, he took that. Fuck, he's got a foothold on the land now. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Now get me priests. Shit. Yeah, we... Fuck. Shit. Dai Tengu. Alright, well, we gotta... We gotta claim all the coastlines before he can claim them. It's not good. He declared war. We lose, I think. Also, he has now expanded out from his capital, which we have neglected to, because he just kept building up troops and troops and troops. Fuck. I think this is spiraling out of control now. I do have an absolutely insane amount of units here, though. But I just want you to think about that I have 500 units here. Technically 745 units there. 100 here. 50 here. 40 here. 38 here. So that's... what, like 1,800 units? Alright. Now look at this army size chart. That means that he must have, like, 8,000 units. And yeah, they're kind of shitty, just mannequins. But how the fuck am I going to beat that? There is no beating that. I mean, as soon as Asphodel's put in this game, on the other side of the... like, if we started against Asphodel, it would have been doable. Like, it would have been tough, but the Ujis would have been pretty good against his mannequins, I think. I don't know if I can look at what a mannequin's stats are. I'd have to load it up in the inspector. I think they might be pierce resistant, though. They are pierce resistant. They have 0 protection, though, 12 hit points. So, you know, on average, then, with our big magic damage shots from the Ujis, we would have done, like, 8 damage or something like that. So they'd kill him in 2 shots on average. And they have speed 6. So We actually do pretty well against mannequins, but not in these numbers. Like, we will never be able to kill all that with our archer-heavy army. So, I think that's it. I think that's it. I could play it out. I really, I have to end. So it's either I have to make this a second part, or do we just call it? And yeah, Asphodel is just runaway train now. He's way too far from actually dying out. Because these coastal provinces each have like, look at these. This is like 40,000 population for him to kill off. You know, 20,000, all of them. All of them. And now he's got this one as well. That is a massive amount of free spawn for him that will just never end. So, yeah, it was either like we get him on our side and we beat him early, or man puts up a way better fight and try, you know, he kind of clashes and slowly dies out that way. But once Asphodel won that and won it so quickly, the game was basically over. I needed to, like, I don't know. I don't know. I spent way too long trying to dom kill Ind, who still hasn't been dom killed somehow. Must just be, I mean, he's got, like, you know, he's got his level 3 priests. He probably has, like, does he have level 3s or level 2s? I think he can just make level 2s. But still, yeah, he's probably got, like, 100 level 2s. I don't know how many he's got. I should have besieged him at some point. That would have ended it far, far faster. But he probably just kept making fucking level 2 priests. He kept preaching constantly. And, yeah. So I think we're going to call it. This is a pretty... I mean, yeah, you know, it's... we didn't really engage with a lot of the unique mechanics, did we? Because we didn't get underwater at all. That's way too tricky on this map. I think a different map would have had a very different experience with these guys. But the Uji is a very strong unit, very strong, good expansion unit, great. I think the Sohais normally would be pretty solid. We tried to make the Tengus work with air shield, and that was kind of pointless. Should have done something. I don't know, but the air shield was kind of good on the Sohais, but they still just got massacred, and I just had so many archers. I think it's a very archer-heavy play style. You probably could have won just making Ujis and nothing but Ujis. I kind of stand by that. Those Naginatas doing 17 damage. Like, yeah, it's just good. I don't know. It's all right. Our Dominion creates unrest. I wonder how much that, like, unrest for others? I do have unrest everywhere, but it's like very minor amounts, so I'm not sure. Anyways, fine nation. Nothing too crazy here. But yeah, just Asphodel. I mean, we haven't really struggled with them in a long, long time, but they are just a menace. But alright, my name is Mangg. This has been Dominion 6. I'll see you fine folks next time.